Ghostface has killed a lot of people, but which one killed the most? Today, we're ranking every Scream movie by Ghostface kill count and total body count, breaking it down like a true crime scoreboard for slashers. Quick warning though, before we start, this video contains full spoilers for every Scream movie released so far. That includes killer reveals, death scenes, and final act breakdowns. So if you haven't seen them all, now is your chance to tap out. Here's how the count works. We're only counting on-screen confirmed deaths. So off-screen or implied kills don't count. Only Ghostface kills count, accidents and self-inflicted deaths are out. When there are two Ghostfaces, kills are credited only when clearly attributable. Otherwise, they count toward the film's total, not an individual. We're ranking highest Ghostface kill count and bloodiest movie separately, with a quick note on each film's goriest moment. And yeah, one film fans swear is the bloodiest doesn't even crack the top 3. Rank number 6, Scream 1996. Starting at the bottom of the list is the original Scream from 1996, and yes, this might surprise people. Despite being the movie that started everything, Scream actually has one of the lowest on-screen body counts in the franchise. When we apply the rules strictly, the original film lands at 6 confirmed on-screen deaths. That includes Casey Becker, Steve Orth, Principal Himbry, Tatum Riley, Kenny the cameraman, and one additional confirmed kill during the final act. Deaths mentioned in dialogue or revealed later do not count. Because Billy Loomis and Stu Macher operate as a duo and the film never clearly assigns individual kills, none of these deaths can be confidently credited to one Ghostface over the other. So while the movie's total is 6, no single Ghostface from the original film takes the franchise lead. What Scream lacks in numbers, it more than makes up for in impact. The movie isn't about volume, it's about shock. The opening scene alone permanently changed slasher rules, proving that no character, not even a supposed lead, was safe. Goriest moment? Casey Becker's opening murder remains one of the most brutal scenes in the entire franchise, especially the reveal of her parents finding her body hanging from the tree. So while the original Scream sits low on the scoreboard, it set the tone, the rules, and the stakes for everything that followed. Rank number 5, Scream 2, 1997. Moving up one spot is Scream 2, the sequel that deliberately tries to go bigger, louder, and more public with its kills. When we apply the same rules, Scream 2 lands at 8 confirmed on-screen deaths, making it bloodier than the original, but it's still relatively restrained compared to later entries. The killers this time are Mickey Altieri and Debbie Salt operating as a duo. Just like the first film, most kills are not clearly assigned to one Ghostface over the other. Mickey is heavily implied to be the more active killer, but the movie avoids giving us a clean confirmation on a kill-by-kill basis. Because of that, the kills mostly count toward the film's total rather than a single Ghostface's personal tally. What makes Scream 2 stand out isn't just the number, it's the setting. The sequel moves the violence into actual public spaces. Movie theaters, campuses, crowds. The kills feel bolder, more exposed, and more chaotic, which gives the impression of a much higher body count even when the numbers stay relatively modest. Goriest moment? The sound booth murder with Ghostface stabbing through the stall walls is one of the most vicious and claustrophobic kills in the franchise. So while Scream 2 doesn't dominate the scoreboard, it marks a clear escalation in confidence, scale, and Rank number 4, Scream 3, 2000. At number 4, we have Scream 3, the most divisive film in the franchise and, for a long time, the least liked. But when it comes to body count, it actually sits right in the middle. Using our rules, Scream 3 lands at 9 confirmed on-screen deaths. That puts it above the first 2 films, even though many people remember it as being tamer. The movie is unique because it only has one Ghostface, Roman Bridger. That matters. Every confirmed Ghostface kill in the film goes directly on Roman's personal scoreboard. There's no split credit, no ambiguity, and no guessing who was under the mask. That alone makes Roman one of the most efficient Ghostfaces in the entire franchise. The kills themselves are less graphic overall, largely due to the era and studio restrictions at the time, but the movie compensates by increasing scale. More locations, more victims tied directly to the film industry, more movement between set pieces. Scream 3 also introduces the idea of Ghostface as a solo operator who planned everything from the shadows, reframing the entire trilogy in retrospect. Whether fans like that reveal or not, it does give Roman a unique status in the kill count conversation. Goriest moment? John Milton's off-screen murder doesn't count numerically, but the visual aftermath and blood-soaked mansion sequence remain some of the film's darkest imagery. So while Scream 3 may not be the fan favorite, it quietly gives us one of the franchise's most lethal individual Ghostfaces. Rank number 3, Scream 2022. Cracking the top 3 is Scream from 2022, often called Scream 5. This is where the franchise fully embraces a higher, more aggressive kill count. Using our rules, Scream 2022 counts in at 10 confirmed on-screen deaths, making it one of the bloodiest entries up to that point. The killers here are Richie Kirsch and Amber Freeman working together, but unlike earlier duos, the film is much clearer about who does what. Amber is directly responsible for the majority of the kills, and the movie makes a point of showing her brutality on screen. Richie is more passive for much of the runtime, which creates a very lopsided Ghostface scoreboard. Because of that clarity, Amber Freeman ranks as one of the deadliest individual Ghostfaces in the entire franchise, even though she's part of a duo. What really pushes Scream 2022 higher on the list is how personal the violence feels. The kills are faster, meaner, and more intimate. There's less distance between Ghostface and the victims, and the movie doesn't pull away from the damage the way earlier films often did. Goriest moment? Amber's attack on Dewey Riley, followed by the elevator aftermath, is one of the most brutal and emotionally shocking deaths the franchise has ever delivered. This entry marks a clear tonal shift. Scream isn't just referencing slashers anymore, it's fully participating in modern, more graphic horror trends, and the numbers reflect that. Quick question, which Scream movie feels the bloodiest to you even before the numbers? Drop your pick below. Let's see if the vibes match the math. Rank number 2, Scream 6 2023. At number 2, we have Scream 6, the movie that most people assume is number 1, and for good reason. This is the film where the kill count spikes hard and the violence becomes louder, faster, and more relentless. By our rules, Scream 6 racks up 13 confirmed on-screen deaths, making it one of the most lethal entries in the entire franchise. That includes a brutal opening double kill, multiple mid-film murders, and a stacked third act. What makes this film especially interesting is that it features 3 Ghostfaces: Detective Bailey, Ethan Laundrie, and Quinn Bailey. Because the movie is unusually clear about who is present during many of the attacks, we can actually attribute several kills with confidence. Detective Bailey does the most damage overall, making him one of the highest ranking individual Ghostfaces in franchise history. Ethan and Quinn contribute fewer kills, but their presence keeps the body count climbing steadily throughout the film. The movie also changes how violence is staged. Kills happen in public, in crowded spaces, on a subway, in broad daylight. The sense of safety that earlier films actually relied on is completely gone, which makes the movie feel far deadlier than its predecessors. Goriest moment? The latter sequence between apartments stands out as one of the franchise's most anxiety-inducing and visually brutal set pieces, combining suspense, height, and sudden violence. Scream 6 doesn't just raise the numbers, it raises the intensity, and that's why it lands just short of the top spot. Rank number 1, Scream 4 2011. At number 1, the deadliest Scream movie by pure body count is Scream 4. This is the entry that quietly takes the crown when you stop giving by vibes and actually count the bodies. Using our rules, Scream 4 lands at 14 confirmed on-screen deaths, making it the bloodiest film in the entire franchise. And unlike several other entries, the kills come fast, frequent, and often without much downtime in between. The Ghostfaces here are Jill Roberts and Charlie Walker. And while Jill is the mastermind, Charlie Walker is the one doing most of the killing. The film strongly implies, and in some cases outright shows, Charlie carrying out the majority of the murders. That gives Charlie the highest individual Ghostface kill count in the franchise, placing him at the top of the scoreboard when it comes to confirmed on-screen kills by a single killer. What makes Scream 4 especially brutal, though, is how casually it treats death. Characters are introduced and eliminated quickly. The opening sequence alone stacks multiple kills before the movie even settles into its story. There's a sense of speed and indifference that makes the violence feel constant. Goriest moment? Olivia Morris's bedroom murder is widely considered the most graphic kill in the entire Scream franchise, with prolonged stabbing, visible blood spray, and an unflinching camera. So while Scream 4 doesn't always get credit as the franchise's most extreme entry, the numbers don't lie. It delivers the highest body count and produces the deadliest Ghostface. Final scoreboard recap. So here's how the scoreboard shakes out. The deadliest individual Ghostface is Charlie Walker from Scream 4. The bloodiest Scream movie overall is Scream 4 with 14 confirmed on-screen deaths. Okay, what did we get wrong? Rank your Ghostfaces in the comments and tell us which kills scarred you the most. And if you enjoy digging into hidden details and franchise-wide patterns, our video on 7 details fans missed in the Scream universe breaks down connections most viewers never notice. So that's the scoreboard. Ghostface never played fair.